Capricorn, what is up, Capricorn? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing, thank you. I'm doing well, thank you. All right, let's get into some astrology and some tarot, because this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with your astrology. Well, first I'm going to give you a little bit of a blurb. Then I'll do your astrology for your rising sign. So if you are a Capricorn rising, well, this is the video for you. If you're a Capricorn sun or moon, that also works as well, but the astrology will be very accurate as far as your rising sign. If you don't know your rising sign, head over to astro.com, go to their free chart generators, and just fill out your birth time, birth information, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, if you would like to just ask me, of course, my email is korik@hiddenkeydesign.com. You can find all that through my website, or if you would like to book a astrological consultation or have a chart reading done by me, that is all available on my website, as well as a tarot section as well, and woodwork and Reiki, because I do all that kind of stuff. Welcome to your reading. And if you want to win a free reading, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and then let me know down in the comments that you've subscribed. That way I know who really wants a reading, because if I go by the subscriber list on YouTube, only half of you guys show up because of your privacy settings. So if you really want a reading, that's how you do it. And if you want an extra entry, head over to my website and sign up for the newsletter, because that will give you an extra entry. I'll literally write your name twice and put it in a bucket and draw your name at the end of every month. All right, well, I think that's enough blabbering on. Let's get into your astrology. So what do we got going on for you, Capricorn? Well, geez, all this energy is like getting ready to leave your sign finally, which has been it's been a heck of a year. So, and like this, Saturn's also been in your first house for the last 2.5 years. So yeah, it's been a lot of this energy, which is great, because Saturn, Saturn likes to be in its home sign of Capricorn. So it's going to be moving into Aquarius very soon. Actually, it's being on the 17th. It's going to be moving to Aquarius. So yeah, this is a lot of really good energy, and we will be entering into a new age of air energy. So Jupiter and Saturn will conjunct at exactly on the 21st of December, which is about a week away. So we are entering into a new age of air, which means that every time that Saturn and Jupiter conjunct, it will be in an air sign, and that's going to be for the next 200 years. And for the next 20 years, that's going to be happening in Aquarius. So this is kind of like a little bit of an age of Aquarius. It's only going to last about 20 years, but it is a very important time. This, of course, for you is your second house. So this is going to be all about money for the next 20 years. This is going to be, growing your empire, your self-worth. This is going to be amazing. I'm going to do a separate video on the Great Conjunction, because we've been looking towards this astrological event for the last 200 years, because it's been 800 years since we've been in air signs, and it's been 1,000 years since we began the air signs. So yeah, it's a very, very big shift in energy, and we're all feeling it. All right, so yeah, so getting more into personal, we have the sun has just crossed the south node. So if you've been noticing a lot of heavy energy, like getting stuff from the past coming up and stuff, well, that's been what's going on. You're not crazy. We're all going through it. And it is because we're purging right before this new moon. And this new moon is going to be a solar eclipse, and that is on the 14th, which is Monday. So if you are, if you are having issues of the past coming up, emotional things really just dragging out, well, get it all out. Cry it out. Go to therapy. Just get it out as much as you can, because we're entering into a new age. And with the power of this new moon and this solar eclipse, it is going to propel you. Whatever you plant, whatever seeds you plant for the next couple days after the eclipse, well, that's going to propel you into the future, into the next 6 months, which is the very start of this new age. So this is a very big opportunity for you, especially since this next week or so we're still gonna be in Saturn in Capricorn energy. So it is very intense energy that you can still get things done the way that we've always done it, but then once you move into Aquarius, the energy is going to shift, and it's going to change into something a little bit more, I don't want to say erratic, but it's definitely going to be more internet based. So if you are worried, brick and mortar stores may not be so successful, especially during pandemic stuff, you've already been noticing that, because themes usually change a little bit before things actually start happening in the stars, just the way the energy shifts. What else we got going on? So the new moon. So this is gonna be in Sagittarius. So the Sagittarius, for Sagittarius, that is in your 12th house. So this is kind of like changing your beliefs about like the hidden world, like in your subconscious, and believing basically like in that deep level of yourself and like things hidden. So if you're worried about, if you have paranoia or whatever, well, maybe it's time to drop the paranoia. Like, stop being worried about things that you can't see. Like, there's no point anymore. Like, why? You can't see it, so why are you worrying about it? It may not even exist. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a lot of energy, and it's gonna shake up your religious beliefs, your spiritual beliefs. So it can be actually pretty shocking. We're also going to be having a quincunx over to Lilith, and this is talking about, like, getting that unapologetic energy out. Like, don't hide yourself anymore. Don't hide your true feelings. We're entering into an age where authenticity and truth is going to be the most valuable thing. So if you can do that, if you can be honest and truthful with yourself, then you can be honest and truthful with other people, and that's going to lead to a lot of authentic relationships, business opportunities, everything. So yeah, we're entering into that age. What else we got going on? On the 15th, we'll have Mercury trine Mars. So that's Mercury, lending a lot of positive energy over to Mars as it starts to speed up, finally. And we got the moon trine Uranus, which is just like, being okay with things changing. Like making sure that we are okay with how things move and change. What else we got going on? On the 17th, Saturn will be moving into Aquarius. And this is where it was earlier in the year, but then we had a Saturn retrograde, and then it's just moving back in. So themes that we may have felt earlier, like a few months, 4 months ago, I guess, those themes will be coming back up, and those are actually the themes that are going to be staying around for a while. What else have we got going on? On the 18th, we have Mercury being amplified by the sun. So it's Earth, the sun, and then Mercury on the other side of the sun. So like Mercury is sending its beams out here, and the beams are hitting the sun, getting amplified by the sun, and then hitting the Earth. So think of like all this like huge levels of communication on the 18th. Once again in your 12th house, so deeper psychological things, really shining light on the deeper aspects of your reality and your psychology, really. On the 18th, Mars will be square Pluto, and this is like, that transformational energy of Pluto, being like, hey, Mars, like keeping Mars in check, being like, hey, do you actually, have you integrated the changes that we need to make in order for your action to be solid going forward? Because Mars being in your 4th house, this is your emotional center. Like, it wants you to feel right about what you're doing, okay? So this is big energy. Then what else we got going on? On the 19th, Jupiter will enter Aquarius behind Saturn. So this isn't the conjunction yet, but it is finally Jupiter moving into your 2nd house. So Jupiter in the 2nd house, of course, Jupiter makes things bigger. Jupiter makes things more grand. It gives light and it gives radiation, actually, to whatever house it's in. So the 2nd house is your money house. That's your finances. So you're going to have like a big boost in that, like coming up very soon. So don't worry about money. I know Capricorns, you're always worried about money, but you're going to be fine. And then on the same thing, on the 19th, Lilith will be transiting Uranus. So we'll be going over top of Uranus. And this is, unexpected kind of, stepping into your power and just being like, no, I'm going to have it the way I want it because this is what resonates truly with me, right? And this is going to be in conjunct to Venus. So this is really like, hey, how do you, like, if you want things to be the most beautiful way they can possibly be, well, you're going to have to be the one that communicates that, you have to do it. No one else can do it for you. You have to do it. All right, Capricorn? All right. Well, let's get into your tarot. Well, thank you so much for sticking around with me for your astrology. If you just skip to the timestamps ahead, then that's perfectly fine too. So let's get into your tarot, and we're gonna just jump into where you've been recently or your current energy, what you're dealing with. and then we'll jump into the energies that are coming in for you for this week or this month, and then we'll jump into finally messages from spirit. So this could be anything about any situation, and once again, this is a general reading. This point you can be like a sun, moon, rising, whatever, or just treat it like a pick a card. But generally I do these for the rising signs. I find that's the most accurate anyways, because I talked about your astrology. So yeah, anyway, let's get into your tarot reading. So we're going to start with where you are or where you've been recently, your recent story. Where's Capricorn's recent story? We got 5 coins, upright or upright or reverse. How do you want to receive? Reverse. Okay, so this is, with the 5 of coins here, this is about actually finding your place. Usually, like, you know, if it's in the upright position, it's like you're lost, you don't know where you're going. It's kind of like the leper, like not drawing attention to itself. But this is in a reverse, so it feels like you've actually started to find your place. Maybe it's about a job, maybe it's about a relationship. Generally, fives are about change. So there's could have been some sort of change in your finances in some regard, but it feels like you've settled it now. It feels like you're actually like in it. So let's see what the energy of this underlying energy of this 5 of coins is. What is the underlying energy of this 5 of coins, please? This one wants to come out. The moon. Okay, so so this is your emotional core, right? This is the moon. This is the dark luminary. So the moon talks about using your intuition and your sense of just inner knowing. And this can also be about like the occult, and you know, like the moon also rules over the ocean. And in the classic Rider-Waite deck, you have like a little crawfish coming out, or like a little lobster guy coming out to the moon. And this represents your emotions coming out into play, and like being your like emotions being light being shone on your emotions and bringing those out in order to create the world that you want. So it feels like you've been very in your intuition, which is fantastic. And yeah, so maybe that's made you feel more at home, because you know, like this feels right, you know, like this is the kind of feeling I get. It's like this feels right wherever you are. It kind of feels like this is where you're supposed to be. In an unbalanced state, the moon can be a little bit of anxiety and like worrying about things, but I'm getting from this sense that it's more like a positive energy, like, you know, using your intuition to actually figure things out. So let's get another card. Thank you. Got the 6 of Swords in the reverse position, which is indicating not needing to travel for something. Maybe because you found where you belong, you don't actually need to travel. Maybe you were worried that you would have to travel overseas or something, or like into another country or wherever in order to find your peace, but you didn't have to, because you found your place, and it feels like it could be nearby, or maybe you didn't have to move at all, and you followed your intuition to get there. So maybe you got offered something, you're like, no, I don't want that job, I want this one because it has a different feel to it, and then it turns out you don't need to move. So maybe that's something that happens for you, or has happened for you in the recent past. So that's good. It's about following your intuition, of course. So let's see what other energy is up here for the 6 of Swords. This is the Hermit Reverse. Okay, so whatever this is, it feels like you're able to, in a sense, you're able to take what you've learned and actually express it into the world. When I see the Hermit Reversed, there's one thing that pops up with this is kind of like maybe a death of an animal. That is one of the significations of the Hermit in the reverse position. But whenever I see the Hermit in general, it is obviously a sign about, you know, going deeper to find that illumination within yourself, like willing to go into the depths. I mean, especially with the moon here, that is going into the depths of your emotional state and in your mind, especially with the Hermit, and figuring out what that light is for you. What is an actual inspiration? And then in the reverse position, it's kind of like, okay, well, now you're bringing that out. You're bringing that out for other people, and you're being more of a way shower, which can be one of the significations. Or on the other hand, maybe it's time, especially with the moon, maybe it's time to embrace the Hermit a little bit more, and don't let your energies get too scattered. You haven't found your place, so maybe it's time to actually sit in your own energy for a little while and feel your intuition. So whatever is happening, just go with your intuition, because that is what will bring you the best in life at this point. Okay, a lot of dark cards here. Just getting that mood, just very dark and oceanic almost. So let's see what other energy is coming up. Oh, Okay, we got 2 cards. I just peeked to see the audio there. Sorry. So this is going to be for your upcoming energy. So like in the next week, month, whatever. So the first card is the 2 of Wands in the reverse position. Interesting. So this is like something. This card generally is about success in 2 areas. When I see it in the reverse, it's like maybe something didn't work out. Maybe one thing that you were working on just didn't pan out, or maybe it's on a pause, but it still feels like you have success at least in one area. And this kind of situation could have you feeling a little bit down, but you're not down and out. This is just like, oh, you're just taking like a hit. But I don't feel like it's that bad. So let's see what the underlying energy of this is. It's the Devil reversed. Okay, perfect. So this talks about freedom. So whatever this extra thing was that you're dealing with, and it ending is like, wow, I needed that to end in order to like feel myself. Because like the devil here, usually like he has his hand up. If you see like in like other depictions, but in this card, generally he has his hand up, which has the 5 senses on it. So the devil enslaves you via your 5 senses. But now, since it's in the reverse position, it's like, you know what? Now you're using another sense. You're using your intuition, and that you're actually able to be more free because of it. Because you're getting away from the confines of regular reality, the ways that people usually rule themselves. This is a very Capricorn card too, but this is the higher octave of Capricorn, being like, yes, I can do anything because I am free to do whatever. I can create, and I can do in and of myself. All right, so let's see what the underlying energy of this devil card is. What is going on with this devil card? Thank you. How do you want to receive? Knight of Wands. How do you want to receive? Upright. Okay. So yeah, this is passion. This is passion coming in. This could it kind of came up horizontal, but this could be somebody coming in, or you expressing something, expressing some sort of passion in either case. This is willpower, directing willpower, like just going for it because you know what needs to happen. This is fire, this is illumination, this is creativity, this is just sheer, I need to do this. And I feel like with this devil in the reverse card, this freedom, you're going to be able to do whatever you want. So this 2 of Wands, this thing ending, is a blessing in disguise for sure. So let's see what else is coming up with this Knight of Wands here. Okay, let's see here. Let me reshuffle these. What is coming up? What is this Knight of Wands about? What is this Knight of Wands about? Thank you. Ooh, the Hierophant. Okay, so this is some sort of higher level commitment that's going on. If you notice here, he's looking into a box of light. So he is becoming illuminated in some regard. So yeah, this could be you getting passionate about, say, even a marriage or something, or I feel like it could be some sort of higher level commitment in general, like maybe some sort of legal thing, although it's not a justice card, so I wouldn't say legal per se, but it is a higher level commitment, maybe just to yourself, maybe to spirit or God or whoever you believe in. This could be just about like realigning yourself with your beliefs and really just like having integrity when it comes to your beliefs, and that will help you in your passions, and it will lead you to a path of freedom. All right, because like all this energy in your 12th house, I mean, this is like, yeah, freedom from things that have been restraining you subconsciously, and embracing the light is like, yeah, changing your belief systems, especially with all the Sagittarius energy, and this all like it's just purging with this new moon. Definitely. Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. Well, that's what's coming in for you. We're going to go into your messages from Spirit. This could be about anything. And if none of this resonated with you, check out your moon or sun sign, or even your Venus sign if you want it to be more of a love reading. I don't do love reading specifically, but if you do want to look at that, look at your Venus sign. So let's see what is coming up for Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know? Messages from Spirit for Capricorn. Okay, well, the card just flew out and fell on the floor. I'm not going to take it because it fell on the floor. So let's see what energy is coming up. What does Spirit want to tell Capricorn? What does Spirit want to tell Capricorn? What does Spirit want to tell Capricorn? Holy cow. That is too many cards. I can't take all these. I can't possibly take all those. That's too many cards to interpret. So what does Capricorn need to know? Thank you. Okay, Page of Cups. This is good. Good energy coming in. This is an emotional message coming from somebody else. I feel like Actually, I'm kind of getting a sense of like it's like your inner child. I don't know why this is coming up. Maybe because it looks like a child looking at a cup. But this could be like a young version of yourself, like giving a message to your future self. Like, what would your childhood self say now? Like, are you in alignment with your inner child? This could also be a message coming in to you about some sort of emotional, something emotional. So like I said, this could be from your inside, like from your connection with spirit and yourself, or it could be literally somebody else. Let's get more clarification on this Page of Cups, please. Okay, well, we got the Queen of Coins. I'm going to ask how you want to receive the Queen of Coins here. We're going to flip this way. Yep, Queen of Coins in reverse. So yeah, this is about your self-worth. Capricorn, like we're going to be moving into a time when you're very abundant, but this Queen of Coins is being like, do you feel abundant? Like the universe is asking you, do you actually feel worthy of abundance? So you need to get like solid on your belief system with yourself. Like, believe in yourself, because Capricorn, you can do anything. You can make anything happen. Your ruling sign is Saturn. Like, it may take time for you to do things, but when you do it, it's gonna be wicked. All right. So yeah, keep the path. Make sure you're aligned on your path, because with the Hierophant here, it's telling you, it's like you have to align yourself with something higher. Like, it can literally just be your higher self. What would my highest and greatest good want for me out of this life? What do I truly desire that is like a pure sense, you know, like truth, honesty, love, like aligning yourself with these truths is very important. So this could be the higher level commitment here, a commitment to yourself as well as your self-worth. So let's see what else is coming up for you. What else does Spirit want Capricorn to know, please? What else does Spirit want Capricorn to know? Okay, we'll take these two cards here because they fell out on top. So we'll take these, pop them down. First card is the Eight of Coins. Yes, what did I just say about like building stuff? The Eight of Coins is about mastery. It takes time to build amazing things, but he's building like a crazy cube out of coins. Like, he's ready to set the last thing into place. He's a master at what he does. And he can really do whatever he wants because he is a master of what he desires. So yeah, keep that in mind. You can literally create anything. And then we got the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this is letting go of anxiety. So whatever anxieties you have, just let them go. They're illusions anyways. Like this card is about like sleepless nights and nightmares and all that kind of stuff. But in the reverse position, it's like those things are leaving you. You don't need to worry about the same things you've worried about anymore. Like, we're entering in a whole new era, a whole new time. So yeah, keep that in mind. All right, well, let's move into your sacred symbols, and we'll see what the symbols have to say. So what does Capricorn need to hear this week? 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 Please and thank you. What does Capricorn need to think? Okay. Well, it did fall on the floor, but home popped up. And yes, over the Five of Coins, knowing where you belong, not having to travel, the moon, which is the home, it's usually the ruler of the fourth house. So yeah, it feels like home is a good solid place for you. So let's see what else is coming up for you. Ooh, okay. We have a spiritual cleansing. So this is what I'm talking about, like finding out what is important to you and letting the rest out. Like, you don't need the stuff that's holding you back. So cleanse that spirit. And then the next card we got here is lucky. Yeah, of course, over the eight of coins. And yeah, you're in a good spot, man. You're awesome. You don't worry about things going forward. You're in a very good position, not only astrologically, but in this reading specifically. All right, let's go into your rune if you want to stick around for that. Let's go see what we got coming up for Capricorn. What do you got coming up for Capricorn? Thank you. Ooh, Berkana or Berkana. It's the rune of growth. So let's take a look here. Berkana 92. Let's go forward a couple pages. Berkana. Okay. So I'll read directly from the book. The rune of life process. Another of the cycle runes, Berkana denotes that from fertility, which promotes growth both symbolically and actually. I felt like I didn't read that right. Woo. All right, so I'm going to reread this. So, Berkana. The rune of life process, another of the cycle runes, Berkana denotes that form of fertility which promotes growth both symbolically and actually. The growth may occur in affairs of the world, family matters, one's relationships to the self or to the divine. This is a leading to rune in that it leads to the blossoming and ripening. What is called for here is to go into things deeply with care and awareness. Berkana is concerned with the power of influencing development with the flow of beings into their new forms. Its action is gentle and penetrating and pervasive. At first disperse resistance, then accomplish the work. For this to happen, your will must be clear and controlled. In regard to the issue, your motives must be correct. Any dark corners should be cleansed. This must be carried out diligently and sometimes with expert help. Modesty, patience, fairness, and generosity are all called for here. Do you possess these virtues? Once resistance is dispersed and rectification carried out and seen to hold firm, then through steadfastness and right attitude, the blossoming can occur. Good wisdom from the runes. Okay, well, if you enjoyed this reading, please let me know. Drop me a comment, a like, subscribe would be amazing. And yeah, if you want to be entered to win, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button. Let me know down below you subscribe and you want a reading, and I will enter you into the draw. And if you want to book a reading, of course, I have those on my website as well. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, a fantastic new moon, and I wish you guys all the best. Take care. See you next week.